arrived on campus, how did you establish a routine?
For me, a couple days before class started, I walked around, found out where all my classes were, found out where the dining hall was, figured out where everything was located.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I met some people in classes, I was able to go get lunch with them after class. So that helped me establish a routine of getting food and going to class and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Orientation for my school definitely helped me because they would map out our like our schedule. So we would go get food in the dining hall, then they would take us to like a class, and it's like, okay, so this is how far this takes to get here. And it's like I sort of followed that when I was actually a student there, because it's like I know like how long this takes, and then it's just easier to map out when I actually get there.
Unfortunately, we didn't get to have like an in-person orientation due to COVID. I had been on the campus before, like on a tour, but like some of my friends had never even been here.
It's scary.
Yeah. We are like a smaller school, so it wasn't too much to navigate. But definitely like me and my friends, you know, we get lunch together every day after our classes, and it's good to have a routine. Like I feel like I cannot function without a routine. But I would say definitely in terms of like acclimating yourself, give yourself a little bit of time. You know, you don't have to get it right away. And it's definitely like a learning process, trial and error. Of what works for you.
I say definitely take advantage of the first week events, or like the first 2-week events, because that's when they really put the class all together and everyone has a chance to socialize. So I definitely say like take advantage of that, start to meet new people there. And if not, you still have like the whole year. So it takes time, but definitely take advantage of those events.
I really liked deciding. I was a couple of high school friends who knew coming into campus. IM tournaments, stuff like that. That was a great way to just meet friends that are like, if you like to play basketball, you'll see other guys that you like to play basketball. And then you end up just going to the IM building and playing with them, like competitively, just like rec pickup games and stuff. That was a good way to get a lot of people that you'd end up like hanging out with all over.
My first year, I had a roommate. And so we would just always like get breakfast together, and like we would each, like if we met someone new, we would introduce them to, you know, like I would introduce it to my roommate so that we could like branch out with friends and stuff. And we also, for the first like few weeks that they had like clubs and things running, we just kind of showed up to a bunch of random ones, just to kind of get to know faces on campus and people, which is, it definitely helped.
Yeah, it's all about putting yourself out there for sure.
We definitely do a bunch of activities for our first years. So I would just say, just get involved, even if you're nervous to go. So are all the other people that are coming in with you. They just want to know people just like you do. And they just want to have fun just like you do. They're all coming in with the same idea. So don't be afraid just to get to know people and to enjoy what you're doing.
Exchange contact information with as many people as possible when you meet them, because I know for me, going up for meals, if I wasn't with someone or I didn't know where I was going, that could be super stressful. So it's good to like, oh, I can text this person and see when they want to go get dinner. So then you have that plan, and then you might meet some other people too, but you don't have to like force yourself into a situation that might make you uncomfortable.
Basically what like everyone else said, like just exchanging contact information, like, you know, being yourself, like putting yourself out there, like don't be afraid to, because I think that's what I regretted the most. Like, you know, I didn't really talk to anybody. So I found myself making the most friends like in my classes because it just wasn't overwhelming, you know.
It's good to have people in your classes, because then you can talk about, you know, the assignments and your upcoming tests, and making classes or making friends within your major and your classes is also super important.
So once classes started, I realized like I had a lot of time. I wanted to like figure out my time management prior to like joining anything. So I just did classes for a week, and then I realized I had a lot of extra time. So then I wanted to add extracurriculars. So I joined a sorority, and then I got a part-time job, just because in high school I stayed really busy. So once I found that I had the extra time in college, then I wanted to get back to like my normal routine of being busy.
I think for me, since we were starting in the middle of a global pandemic, it is harder to find that routine because every class is different. And it can be over a day, and you could get an email from your teacher saying, oh, instead of having class like in person. We're having it online because I got exposed to COVID or I have COVID. So just trying to figure out like every day, like it was really checking your emails, seeing like, am I having class in person or am I having it online instead?
So you guys spoke a lot about, meeting people and interacting with students in your classes on campus. How has that changed since the pandemic? And I know it's been a tough year for everyone, but do you have any advice on how to still make those connections and grow relationships despite not having that in-person contact?
So personally for me, like since like as a psychology major, like I have a lot of tests and studying, so I have group chats for my classes and I try and say, hey guys, do you want to like do like a quick FaceTime and like, study our notes and stuff like that, just so it's like easier. And also it's like fun to like retain the information instead of just like being bored in your house and just doing it by yourself.
This is my first year. I came in with COVID already being a thing. So it was really hard to get to know people, but we had a bunch of resources around campus. There were a bunch of groups. If you go in, even before going on campus, if you look around the internet for groups that are specifically at your college, like we had a freshman group chat where a bunch of people were coming in and we would all just be able to talk together. And I remember coming in like the first day, even though COVID was a thing, we ended up just being like, hey, everyone, we don't know y'all, but just come meet us on this lawn. And we all just came and sat in a circle and played games on that lawn.
That's so cute.
Knowing each other, yeah. So I think just like try to find resources even before going on campus. Connect to other people because that's going to help you out a lot. It's going to make you a lot less stressed about getting to know more people while you're there.